Good evening, I am Amadin Ogbewe. Now, we tend to talk a lot about politics, but it's important to remember that life is not all about politics. We must remember the human condition. Music is one of those things that gives life meaning, that makes it all that much bearable. Tonight, we'll be having a conversation with a musician, a singer, and a songwriter right here in the city of Abuja. I'm talking about Odenose. She speaks to us now about her process, what it means to make music as a young person in Nigeria, what the internet is doing for the music industry, and how she hopes to reach as many people with what she has within her. This and many more will take the discourse for tonight. All right, so Odenose, welcome to Top Talk.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's start with something simple. I already did an intro, but for someone meeting you for the first time, what would you tell them about Odenose, the musician, the singer?
Right. My name is Odenose. I am a singer-songwriter from Edo State, Nigeria. My genre of music is somewhere around Afrobeat and neo-soul, where they meet. So yeah, Afro soul, stuff like that is what you hear me sing.
All right, obviously, by eye test, you seem like a young person. So the question would be, when did you start singing? And when did you know this is something you wanted to do?
Like every other singer out there, I've been singing since I was born. Started very young. My father will tell you that I was singing from when I was on my mother's back. So, me and music go way back. I've always loved to sing, but then professionally, I started around about 2017, thereabouts. I joined the band, and then it's been onwards from there.
All right, you like you said, you're a young person. And before we go into further aspects of your career and so on, let's talk about what inspires you, what you sing about. Sorry to mention another artist here, but I'm sure you know Rema.
Yeah.
Rema has a song called "Are You There?" and it says, people die, but people still go to club. And we have this thing in Nigeria where people say, these songs are not saying anything, it's not deep, but then they're always dancing. And then there are other songs that are deep and a lot of people don't listen. So as a young person, what kind of music do you want to put out there, in terms of being political or being quote unquote serious and talking about the issues? Yeah.
So basically there are some songs that I listen to and I kind of wish I wrote. So that's the kind of music that I want to make, the kind of music that I like. And in Nigeria, the people that I would say that I'm inspired by or I look up to will be, right now, Thames. I really like her sound. I like the kind of things she sings about. She sings about life, basically, not really, social consciousness or politics or anything like that. I like her sound, I like her style. I love Cleo Soul. She's a UK-based artist. I love Little Sims. She sings about the struggle, just life in general as well. I love Stormzy. So those are the kind of people that I listen to and I'm like, those are the kind of songs I want to make. Songs about life as I know it. I might, at some point delve into social conscious songs. My band already does that. We sing a lot of songs about things happening around Nigeria at the moment, kidnapping, pain, suffering, all that stuff. So yeah, that kind of balances it for me. I like to sing about my experiences, but then with ARB, it's like broader. Yeah, so yeah.
All right, so that being said, what about success as a musician? I saw one musician just today reacting to this Twitter thread of unpopular opinions about music, and he says to him, there's no such thing as overrated. you're rated by the people who love you, or you're not. But that being said, even when people say, you know what, I'm just doing my thing, I don't mind, when they do get to a certain level of success, the story might change. Take, for instance, the musician Burna Boy. At the time, you say streaming numbers don't matter. They don't show how good you are. And then fast forward, he's getting all the streaming numbers and he says, no numbers are close to mine. Things like that. So the issue is, the people you mentioned, specifically Thames. Thames makes the kind of music people might not consider, pop or popular.
Commercial,
and yet she's gained so much success.
Yeah.
So that being said, are you in any way influenced to say, you know what, let me make this thing because people want to hear this? Or, how do you navigate that, wanting success and also wanting
to be true to yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. So, as with everything in life, a good balance is always important. But then, I don't see myself sacrificing my own, values or the things that I hold important or hold dear just for popularity or any of that. You mentioned Thames, I did too, and she's like a sign that being honest, being true to yourself and your sound can pay off, can produce great results for you as well. I don't think she definitely felt some pressure at some point, but then she kept at it. So that's a sign. And then now there's so much it's very easy for more people to hear your sound with social media and streaming platforms and all these things. So it's not as complicated as it used to be. There's still some complications here and there. You still have to do a lot in terms of promo and all that stuff, but it's kind of easier to reach a wider crowd, and people are opening up more to the idea of the kind of sound that I like to make. Yeah, so yeah.
So what about your process? We've heard some very weird things that people have to do to get inspiration.
Okay.
Is it easy for you?
What kind of things have you heard?
Well, I think there's some persons, this is for creatives generally.
Yeah.
There's some persons that can't write unless it's a certain time of the night, around 3 a.m., when it says for the poets and the madmen.
Yeah,
and,
people.
People do a lot of funny things, Do you have any of such, or it's straightforward?
For me, I would say that I am greatly inspired by pain and painful experiences. So some of my favorite songs...
That doesn't really bode well for you. You need pain.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, so the thing is, I can write, whether I'm sad or not, but then, there's just something about pain. And, you can't escape it anyway. You're going to have it. So, you might as well make something beautiful out of it. So whenever I'm in a bad situation, or I'm down, I'm sad, or something wrong has happened, most of the time I write beautiful songs. Some of my favorite songs of mine have been written from very serious pain. So yeah, I've been thinking about and praying to God to please also help me write beautiful songs from a place of joy. Because, yeah.
But still, the actual process itself is just simple. I once heard, I don't know if it's true or not, I really don't know, but the rapper Jay-Z, I heard that he doesn't do actual writing. He doesn't put pen to paper. He doesn't type on his phone. He goes into the studio and he starts rapping, and he just does that, and then the song comes out. Do you ever have that where
you just freestyle?
You don't pen down things and
not
beauty comes out.
Yeah, at the moment I write my things I write beforehand. Sometimes it can be that maybe as soon as the idea comes, I have all the words I need, I just write. Sometimes it just comes like that. But then sometimes it can take a lot of time. I can write a bit of the song, leave it, do other things. Then one day something will happen, you go back to it again, write a little bit again. So it varies from time to time. Yeah.
Right, let's talk a little bit before we go ahead about collaborations. And before we dive into collaborations, I'd like to get your dream feature. Who is that person that you would like to work with? And this
I can say plenty names, but yeah, I would love to work with Clear Soul. I would love to work with Stormzy, with Thames, with I would love to work with Burna Boy and Dave.
David or Dave?
Dave.
Okay, Dave. All right.
Yeah.
But in all of this, I wonder. Well, we'll get to that. Let's talk more now about your actual collaborations. What's it like being in a band? I understand you're in a band, and also you have your solo thing going.
Yeah.
What's that like? That dynamic?
It's very interesting, and it just creates like there's always something to do. There's really no idle time, because if ARB is not pushing a project, I'm most likely pushing a project or recording or something is always happening. So, and that's is interesting. It can be tasking sometimes. When it comes to like shoot days, things like that take a lot of time. But then like generally, it's an interesting experience.
All right. There's something I always like to get from artists. I've heard wild stories when artists talk about their days performing and all that.
Yeah.
As speaking about your experiences, has there ever been a time where something happened and it made you have this amazing belief that anything is possible, I can go all the way? And in the reverse, where something happened and you were like, this music business thing, perhaps it's not for me. Have you had experiences like that in any of those directions?
Yeah, I think that's the beauty, the blessing and curse of being an artist. Like, you have very high days and very low days. One of my high days was sometime last year. We got to play at the AMVCA's the MVCA nominee gala, and that was really amazing. They actually listened to our music. We played for like 3 hours straight at some point. It was beautiful. A lot of people paid attention. They were engaged, and I was like, this is what I'm doing for the rest of my life. And then there are some days when you play your songs at some places and everybody's just staring at you like, because like they don't know your song yet. It's not that big yet. So I think what's going through their heads, is they're just trying to place you like, okay, what kind of music is this, and what's this person about? They don't really know who you are. So like, yeah, there are those days, but then generally you have to be stubborn, and you have to be tough, you have to be determined as an artist, and just continue going, like never stop. So yeah, that's how we navigate.
All right, so what's going on now for you? What's new with the brand?
A lot. I have just dropped my second single, and it's called Bad Guy. It's on all platforms, so you can find it by searching for Bad Guy by Odenose everywhere. And I'm also going on a bar tour in Abuja. So yeah, that's what's up from Friday the 17th. So I'll be playing 4 locations in Abuja.
Are you worried that, or have you got enough ground, following within Abuja, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So even in places where you might not, it's still a chance to
show the people what I'm about.
And this is outside of ARB, right?
Yeah, this is Odenose.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Odenose. So it's like, can I say the dates?
Well, you can do a quick run through if you want.
Okay, so 17th I'll be at Vibe by Ants in Wuse 2. 18th I'll be at Kejik Rails, still in Wuse 2. On 23rd I'll be at Bijou Cafe, still in Wuse 2. And on 24th I'll be at Zodar, Wuse 2 as well. So just like bars in the city. All
right. Speaking about yeah, I had a discussion with someone the other day. I write too, so I discovered that an idea I thought was mine was actually a very popular and very common idea. And I said, wow, I thought I created this. And someone basically explained to me that what people want to see, or as a writer, what you're selling is not really your stories, it's you, because when you write it, it's
different.
Yeah. So in the interest of getting to know who is behind the music, I have some interesting questions here. There's one that says, what is the most useless talent you have?
Useless talent?
Yes.
I don't I don't think I have.
Some people can roll their tongues.
I can roll my tongue, but that's not like a talent. It's just a thing.
No, some persons could pay to see that.
Should I do that? I can roll my tongue. I haven't thought about it as a talent.
So you see,
okay, well.
It's special, so.
You know.
But what comes to mind when you think about that?
Useless. I don't know. I like to think that most of the things that I do are like, you know, art inclined and artistic. So I can't count any of my talents as useless. Sorry.
All right, that's fair enough. Now, speaking about the talents that does matter, we spoke about inspiration earlier, and I want to be careful with this question, but you know, judging a book by its cover, people believe that, you know, for inspiration, there is no artist who goes out there and they are sober. Like, it's not possible, you know. So that being said, do you have issues with that, where people say, okay, like it's not about me, it's about you anyway. But you know, we've heard where people say, bro, this thing you are doing, if you take some, it's going to be mad, you know, stuff like that. Do you have to deal with that?
No, or not yet. No, nobody in my circle is like a, you know, in that direction of thoughts or process. So no, I think I have a natural high. Yeah, like when I go on stage, that's all I need. I just need to hear the music and just get in it, and I'm firing. So yeah, that's all I need. Sometimes even a little, like I need to be calm, like I need to calm down sometimes, naturally. So yeah, I don't need none of that.
All right, like you said, yet, you know, so the temptation might still come. You know, we'll see how you.
The Lord is my shepherd.
All right. So that being said, your music, where do you hope it can get you? You know, where do you see yourself? You know, the thing is, I know musicians, artists have big dreams.
Of course.
Yeah, but then they also have some other dreams that are like, you know, if I can just get this first, we'll worry about the rest. You know, when you think about that, what's it like for you?
I want to be able to sell out venues, you know. I want to be able to play live shows and like have a lot of people attend, you know, come singing my songs. Those kind of experiences, big venues, you know. That's like one of the things for me, because I love performing live. I really enjoy, like that's one of the main things for me, performing live. I enjoy the connection, you know, getting to sing with the people and just feeling their energy, and yeah. So one of my, you know, first couple of dreams is to sell out big locations, and yeah.
All right. So you mentioned people you like right now, but was there anyone who initially influenced you into music? Perhaps someone around when you were little that you looked up to?
When I was growing up.
Yeah. Because it seems the people you're mentioning now, they are kind of on the scene at the moment.
Yeah, cool. Growing up, I listened to Asha. I listened to a lot of jazz, you know, because my dad was like a jazz head. He loved jazz, so he was always playing those kind of things. And he used to play some Fela as well. So there were a lot of influences, a lot of gospel music as well, Kirk Franklin and, you know, Mary and all those people. So yeah, those were like my growing up influences, Nat King Cole. Yeah.
Well, what about now? You're an artist in 2023. Some person in the past would call it futuristic from that point of view. What's the internet doing for you in terms of what we're seeing now, where you can just, you know, little things just go viral these days?
Yeah.
Okay, let's not go into specifics, but generally, what has the internet done for artists out there?
It has made it
for you specifically.
Yeah. It has made it possible for you to, you know, reach a large number of people from the comfort of your phone or your laptop, or, you know, whatever you're posting from. So like if you have a small following on Insta, you can grow it, you know, over time if you're consistent with your posts and all that stuff. So like, there's so many possibilities with social media right now if you know your way around it. So yeah, that's pretty much like what the internet is doing. It's also stressing us out a little bit here and there, you know, because sometimes on Insta, the algorithm is a little skewed, and then they kind of force you to like pay for ads and stuff like that, you know, because like that's what they're selling anyway. So yeah, there's that, but then there's also like the positive side, which is if you're consistent with your posting, your following can grow, your engagement can increase, and all that beautiful stuff. Yeah.
So what about, this is outside the industry, you know, that we're seeing that people can have a difference by sometimes lightning striking. I've taken, for instance, I know of an artist who wasn't doing very well, and then one of his songs blew up on TikTok, which is the rave right now. But these things are kind of outside the industry. The industry itself, what would you say about it in your experience?
Yeah.
How have you experienced it? And if there are things you could change, what would you change?
Most of my experience will be working with my band right now, because like we have put out more stuff than I have. So so far it's interesting. It's not like everything is not offered to you on a platter of gold. You kind of have to like dig out things, you know, dig out opportunities for yourself, put yourself in positions that you desire to be in. Do you understand? Like you kind of have to create your world, create your influence, your reach, and all that stuff. Like, so nobody's there. There's no industry in quotes. Like there's nobody that is in charge of doing a certain thing for you. You kind of have to, exactly. You can figure stuff out and like navigate by yourself. And I think part of that is because of social media again. You know, it's kind of easy to reach people relatively. It's kind of easy to, if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that maybe works at a distribution company or a, you know, radio station, stuff like that, you can kind of get plugged in like that. So it's interesting. Yeah.
All right, just to round up, message for your fans. What do you have to say to
Watch out. Watch out, man. I'm currently working on an EP. It'll be out in the coming months, and I'm excited. I look forward to, you know, people listening to the songs and falling in love with them and just everything that can happen from then on. So yeah, stay tuned. Come for my shows, please. Thank you very much. Support me, you know, follow me on all the social media platforms and all that stuff. Just watch out for your baby girl.
All right, that's great.
I love you so much.
All right, that's so good to hear. You're actually talking to me too. I'm one of them.
Okay.
So I'll be sure to do that.
Cool.
So I have to put you on the spot now.
My God.
I know we didn't plan this and I didn't tell you, but I'm wondering, just to round off the show, could you give us a little live rendition of something? You know, just a little snippet, whichever you choose.
Remind me to say my prayers. Been out of line, might need some guidance. Losing color, might need some vibrance. Working hard, building the finance. Well, how long till I stop waiting? Oh, these days I'm weak and fainting. But just where remains the final, yeah. Seek and you will find out. Delilah, Delilah, reminder, no lose God, yeah. Delilah, Delilah, reminder, no lose God, yeah. Delilah, Delilah, reminder, no lose God, yeah. Delilah, Delilah, reminder, yeah. Ooh. All right.
Thank you so much, Odenose. That was
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All right.